Hey guys, okay, so I am going to not do a voiceover because they never get done. It's pretty early Sunday morning and I just wanted to show you guys the completed Vader outer garment that will go under the cape and over my leggings. And I didn't do any filming really of this and how I made it, but I'll explain to you guys a little bit while I get this camera set up. Sorry for all the shaking. I'll explain to you a little bit about how I made it and like the idea behind it. So I have an inspiration pic that you guys can probably look at, and let's swivel the camera around so you can get a glimpse of that. Hopefully you can. Let's do a close-up. And so this is the inspiration pic behind my Lady Vader cosplay, and you can see this is the outer garment that you were just looking at, and you can see the corset right there. And I have the shoulder armor that I'm working on today, and I will get the gloves done, and underneath that would be leggings and boots, and then of course the half face mask that I plan on doing. So I drew this out after, I think this is like my third take on the thing, and I kind of drew it out and decided that this is what I wanted to go with, and it wasn't too difficult at all. So let's kind of, I guess, look at my messy desk right here and see what's going on here. Okay. Honestly, guys, I got this new Manfrotto camera deluxe, I don't know, something my husband found for me. I don't know, but it's really awesome because I can kind of I attached it to my desk and I can swivel my camera everywhere. So it'll be easier now to show you guys what I'm doing. So for the dress, I used this simplicity pattern, and it is pattern 8255, and it is a really basic jumpsuit pattern, and I decided to go with the long sleeve version. This is really easy. I really like this pattern. It wasn't difficult at all. But you can see if you open in here that it doesn't look like a typical, like, what in the world is going on here. This is actually the white paper. I have to grade up all of my patterns because I am obviously not this size, and the patterns don't always go to the size that I need it to go to. And so you can see here where I have to jot down my actual measurements compared to the measurements on here, and I'm always like off the charts over here. So I have to grade up all my patterns, and I do actually have some tips on grading up patterns on my blog. I'll post the link below. I might do a video on that if you guys insist on it, but it's not something that I'm completely confident in teaching, although my last 3 cosplays I've had to grade up using these kinds of patterns, and I've been very, very happy with them. So Simplicity 8255 is my base pattern for this, and I was going to go with the jumpsuit at first, but I decided once I finished the top part of the first, I did a sample jumpsuit using a different fabric, and it was open at the bottom and I hadn't sewn the legs yet, so I decided, oh my god, I am so going to cut this straight. So where the crotch line would be on the pattern, I cut it straight so that there was no kind of angle or triangle, and then I just sewed it straight up, and now I have 4 openings in the outfit. So let me swivel this around and show you that. I'm still getting used to this, so bear with me as I learn how to work this this thing here. So here is the bottom of the dress, and let me tighten this so my camera doesn't fall because I want to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. So right here, let's turn this up so you can see some better lighting. This is where it splits open, and this is where the pants section would be. And so what I did was I took out the crotch area right here, and there's a zipper that comes all the way down, and I just left it open. And so then you've got the sides open right here, and you've got the back open right here. and I decided on this corset. Ignore that right now because that's not done. I ordered this because it really looks kind of, I think, industrial. It matches the vents in his face mask, and I just think it'll be a really good look. So I'm not going to show you the complete thing yet, but just know that this is unfinished. I plan on doing some cosmetic adjustments to it that I'm really excited about, and I can't wait to get started on that today. But these are the pants. The sleeves are going to be a different material. This is the material that I'm going to use on the cape, which is a very nice sturdy kind of nylon spandex. I decided to do the sleeves in that one because this quilted fabric is really expensive. It's Yaya Han. I splurged a little bit. And two, because this fabric is going to be cooler than this fabric. And since I'm going to be wearing a cape, I don't want to be too hot kind of in my arm area walking around. So, you know, that con funk that we talk about, I don't want to have to deal with that at all. Right, so I don't want to make this video too long, but I wanted to tell you guys just a little bit about what I was thinking when it comes to the dress part. So let me show you a little bit about what I'm doing today, and that will be with the shoulder armor, but I want to show you guys like how I get this done. And I'm going to put some photographs up really quick so that you can see how I did what I did, because I took pictures as I was doing it. But the foil here was used as the base of the mannequin. So I spread the foil over the shoulders of the mannequin, and I traced a pattern that I thought would be very Vader but still feminine. And so you can see all the tape. I used that to then trace the pattern here and make a very basic shoulder armor pattern. And of course I labeled it, and I plan on making this available to you guys, my patrons, so that if you want to remake this at any time you can, and probably a tutorial video. We will see. Right now I'm in con crunch, so and I've got some inspiration pics, but let me show you the inspiration pic that I have first for the actual shoulder armor. I really like the way that this came down. I thought it was more feminine than the other one, less bulky, and I'm really about comfort when wearing cosplay. And I like to kind of, you know, make it my own thing. So I decided not to do these bulky shoulder pieces, although I wanted to, but when I saw a picture here, which I love this picture, they just kind of looked uncomfortable to me. I didn't really want to be like uncomfortable all day, and the shoulder pieces don't look that comfortable. So I decided to go with just the basic shoulder armor or chest armor, just like Vader has in the movie. So here's another inspiration pic, and that's basically what I'm going for at the ends. Hopefully that you can see that and it's not too dark. My favorite inspiration pic, and I'll put the address, that's my little mannequin I used to basic drawing. My favorite inspiration piece is this one, and I'll put the name of the artist below. I found it on DeviantArt, which I love that webpage is what I'm trying to say. But this face mask is what I'm really fond of, and hopefully you can see that, but I don't want to reveal too much of it. I tried doing the half face mask, and I've got a pattern for that right here, using Pepakura, but it didn't really turn out the way that I wanted it to. I didn't really like it. It was way too bulky, and it was my first try, so that's probably why. But I really like the simplicity of this one on this drawing, and so I am going to copy that one, and I've already got a pattern, but that'll be another video. And I also like the way that the chest armor kind of sits here on her shoulders, and then of course the way the cape comes down. So I always use inspiration pics to kind of get a feel for what I'd like to design or redesign, and I work around those. So that is my intro video for that, and basically where I'm going with that. So here, as I tighten this so that the camera doesn't fall, this is the shoulder piece, and what I showed you was one side. I decided to cut it all on all as one, so I flipped it over, drew another pattern, and then this is how I'm going to cut it out of this foam. I have them pinned right now, so I can't really move it, so hopefully you can see, but It is pinned to the foam. I have drawn the outline of it and I'm going to cut around it. This is the back section right here that will stay open. And this is the front area right here. And the front area will go right there on my chest in between my boobie area. And that's going to just sit. I will figure out how I'm gonna close the back. I actually would like to just close it and then slip the whole thing over my head, but it may be easier to put Velcro and kind of go in and out of it that way. So this is where I am today, and this is my update video for my Lady Vader armor. I will show you a little more in my part 2, how I'm gonna cut it and shape it and paint it and all of that. But that's just where I'm going with my Lady Vader. So I'll be back, and wish me luck. Yep. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Don't know the power of the dark side.